and welcome to the third installment of Road to D-Class. And we've got 30 seconds before qualifying is up, as you can see up the top here, and we haven't qualified. So this will be a race where basically we're moving through a bit of the traffic, hopefully, trying to avoid contact, trying to predict contact if we do have any, and trying to avoid it the best we can. This will be the third race. If you haven't seen the others, go check out the playlist that I'll link above. And we've just dropped to 11th, sorry. So yeah, fingers crossed we stay out of trouble and finish quite well. So as I said in the very first race that I did, which should be episode 2, if you let this timer go down when it says grid, come on, say grid. There we go. If you let that go all the way down, it will say miss start. You click it, you can start from the pit lane, which if you are trying to get some SR, can avoid turn 1. So what we're going to do is click grid, and we're going to start from all the way back here. So yes, qualifying, the guy on pole did a 16.7, everyone else is through the 17s, and then we've got a few 18s and a few 19s at the back. Basically, all we're going to try and do is stay out of trouble as much as we can. If we see anyone going off, try and adjust our car trajectory the best to avoid it. So what I'll do is I'll shut up now, and I'll catch you at the green flag. Well, we did get a good start until we missed the shift. So, guy going slowly on the left-hand side there, and I got the guy that started behind us coming up next to us. So, going to be nice and easy in turn 1. Everyone's braking nice and early. It's quite a good starting on the outside, because then you can see what's going on further up. So, we chose the racing line there. Should get a run on this number 3 car. Cool, got that position back. Car spun. So we saw the yellow car miles ahead, so I'm watching this Mazda 7. I'm also looking miles ahead as well. Bit of contact there. Gonna get a fairly decent run. He should go to the slipstream. So editing Tony here, and I don't know if you saw what happened, but that is what happens when you change to 3rd instead of 5th. So I'm going to use this point, going to keep it in the video, and basically look what I did as soon as I realized something was wrong. Get off the racing line, slow down nice and easy, nice and predictably, and then pull over on the left hand side of the track, somewhere where it's out the way. I don't want any more X's. As you can see, I didn't spin or anything or lose control or hit any of the cars. So yeah, no X's. We should be still on for a 0X race. But yeah, this was a little bit disappointing when this happened. You can see my face is not that keen on what just happened, as I was trying to show you how to move through traffic. So annoyingly, what happened there is we were going down the straight and we went into 3rd instead of 5th. Lifted up the clutch, of course, the poor little Mazda engine could not handle that whatsoever. So what we did is just dip the clutch in, coast around a few corners, and then stop on the left-hand side of the track where it's nice and safe to do so. Press escape, and we come back to the pits, and as you can see on the black box at the bottom there, get my mouse over it, we have a fast repair. So what will happen is when the towing goes down, we should have a pit stop, and the car should be fine. So there we go, we're back out again. So this will turn into watch out for lap cars. So there's a car approaching. I'm going to stay well out the way. Let them go through and do their thing. And I will just run my race here. So annoyingly, we're out of the race basically because we are stone dead last. But that does mean that we still can continue with our safety rating, because as we didn't crash or hit anything and we stopped nice and safe on the edge of the track, we didn't gain any X for it. So all I'm doing here is just watching the mirror, watching the guys ahead. As you see, they're all red on the relative there. So they're not on my lap. We are not racing them. But equally, I don't need to jump out the way. Now, the blue flag normally comes out when they're about 1.5 to a second behind you. So as we're 2.3, 2.4, we shouldn't see it. So basically, since we used our fast repair, you can see there on the relative now, it says remaining 0. We don't want to blow up the engine again. That will not be ideal. So again, all we're doing is poodling around. So he's gone wide, so I'm going to go take a tighter line, avoid him, and then he should join the rejoin the track nice and safely. This does also mean that we will have 1 lap less to race, because obviously we're a lap down. So even though our lap say 4, the leaders up ahead are technically on 5. You can see there's a guy in the pits, so he should be doing what we just did, unfortunately. So there we go, that guy in the pits, Daniel. You can see that he's still in the pits, so we are no longer last. So how many we've got left? We'll be coming on to 7, so they should be coming on to 8. So we've got a couple of laps left. So again, all we're doing is just poodling around. We're not going to get up any more positions because we won't be able to come around and lap these boys again. So just keeping it nice and safe, nice and easy. We've got no issue with the traffic behind. If we did, for example, then what we would do is we'd either use a good option if you did want to get out of the way and save your safety rating, go really offline like up here, So go on this line, let them go past on the left-hand side there. I'm going to compromise my line a little bit through here, but it's good for the explanation. I wouldn't deliberately go slow on corner entry, because that is something that is very unpredictable. Because unless you are communicating over voice chat, then they won't know what you're doing. They're only going to know by the body language of your car. So this is why it's really important to let cars past if you need to. Do it in a safe manner that everyone survives on the track. The straight will be the best place to do it, for example this one, so you can either stay on the racing line and just lift off gradually. So what I do is just do about there, so my speed isn't too dramatically decreasing, but obviously their speed will still be accelerating. So we should get white flag next time by. There we go, white flag. And of course we have caught this guy up quite substantially, but it's white flag, he's second place, we're not racing him, we're just going to leave him alone.
One more lap to go. That's the fastest lap of the race. You've just done a 1:16.64.
So he's obviously defending, which he doesn't need to because I'm not going for the position. And obviously forced him into a mistake. I think me and his mirror just put him off slightly. He missed his braking zone. But then again, that was unpredictable. I only noticed as he was doing it, so I really had to slow down my line because I didn't want to go into him. And that gentleman behind obviously wants to finish second, because why wouldn't you? You're going to get some good gains from that. And there we go. We're coming across the line. You can see we're getting blue flag because he is close enough to us. But the checkered flag does trump it normally. So there we go. Daniel up ahead. He won. We finished 11th by the looks of things. So I think Daniel is going to go slowly around this few laps, so I'm going to join him by going slowly. I'm going to make sure, well, I hope he knew where I was. Judging by that turn in there, he didn't. But that's something to remember. There we go, he finally used his mirrors. So things like that can really catch you out. Give you a 4x for something silly if I did tap him. Always better to be cautious. At the end of the day, you're looking for safety rating. You're not looking at IR just yet. And we're just going to finish this lap off, just to hopefully help out with the formula if there is one that counts corners. Not get an X anywhere. Also gives us another lap of practice for free. So what I'm going to do is exactly what I did last time. Everyone's crossed the line because I was the last car on the track, but also I finished the lap at the same time as the leaders. So what I'm going to do, put it in neutral, come over here, park out the way, hit escape, and that should be us all golden. So there we go. You can see at the top of the page we now have the results, so we can view. And you can see there we've gained a good chunk of safety rating, which is brilliant. When you jump up between levels, you will get an extra boost. So the last 2 races we've been getting about 0.2. When you get into this stage, it does bump you a little more. So basically you're not jumping up and down. So basically a D class, let's say, a rookie 3.0 might be a D class 2.0. So they give you an extra little bit of a jump there just so you're up and beyond it. I'm not sure how the calculations work, but when you jump up and down between licenses, it generally is a bit more safety rating. So you can see we're down here. We did finish completely last, but we have got a level up, which is brilliant. And we are now a 3.45 D class driver. So that is road to D class, done and dusted. You can get demoted when you get further up, but you can't get demoted back down into rookie. So once you get got your D class, that is the minimum you're ever going to stay. And obviously that does open up a few more races. So we still got the tags for eligible. So you can see we've got a few more D class that are now turning up. You can still run a rookie class, that is not a problem, but you probably will gain a little less safety rating than you would in D class. So if you pop into all series and click on road, you can obviously see all the road and then the tags are eligible. So then you can see everything that we can drive on road, which is brilliant. So this is kind of where you start your iRacing career now. You do exactly the same as we did in episode 1. You pick a car, you might have to purchase it, you might have to purchase some tracks, and basically practice until you get confident, and then you can go out racing. So I hope you enjoyed this 4-part, 3-part series, whatever it turns out to be. Might do another race in the Mazdas because this one was a bit of an engine fail. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.